Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art, and welcome back to another movie review Monday. As September is almost winding down, at first I really didn't know what to watch, so I decided to watch a movie that I've been heard about for many years. And the only reason why this movie actually piqued my interest is because they're planning on remaking this one. It's called The Rockateer. Now, think about this. This movie came out, what, 1991? Yeah, 1991. Never seen it. I just finished watching this on Disney Plus. Never watched it. Never watched it a day in my life. Never had any interest in watching this because I thought it was because it's a Disney film. Disney can't make good films. So, whipped out the Disney Plus. Had put it on one of my favorites on my watch list months ago, and I said, "Oh, when I get a chance, I will watch it." So, naturally, I finally watched it. Hour and 40 minutes? Was it hour and 40 minutes? Hour and four, almost 2 hours. It's almost 2 hours. So I'm like, okay, fine. The first half an hour of that movie, basic guys, the main character's a pilot. Gets this really nice little airplane. He's flying it. In the midst of this, in the midst of the him piloting this, a car chase is happening. Cops versus crooks. Okay, scenario. If you haven't seen this movie before, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen it. This is my first time watching it. So I'm just going by what I've just watched. And it's kind of weird because of never mind. Crook decides to take this device, stash it somewhere, and take off. He gets hurt, goes to the hospital. The pilot, his plane crashes. Him and the police find out they're actually FBI agents. They have a little minor clash. Everything goes well. He finds out that one day they had to try to figure out something to pilot for a little show. And the guy finds the rocket. The jetpack rocket. Okay? So him and his friend was like, what the hell is this? Him and his mechanic slash aviator buddy, whatever you want to call it, looks at this and like, what the hell is this? Tries to figure it out. They find out, oh, it's a rocket jetpack. Because this is like almost like near World War II kind of era. So this is brand spanking new. This is like, woo! Wow. They figure out how to pilot. Finds out, then it's like two stories mixed into one. One story is the pilot trying to figure out how to do this rocket thing. So thinking that it's going to change their lives, make more money. The second is gangsters trying to find this rocket. Stuff happens, stuff collides. The one thing about making movie reviews right after I just watch, I can still retain a lot of it, but if it's the first time I've ever seen it, like this is, it's kind of hard to get everything together. On a side note, one of the reasons why I don't do movie reviews over current movies is because after I just watch it, it's kind of hard to me to put things together to review it. I had to watch it 2 or 3 times to do it. Now, true, yes, I could get a streaming service and do all this and watch it 2 or 3 times. I don't feel like doing that. But let's get back to this movie. They're trying to figure out the rocket. He's trying to pilot it. Then one day during the show, he was late. Him and his girl breaking up, kind of thing. He gets there. The guy who's flying a plane, he hasn't flown a plane, he didn't know business flying a plane, decides to go save him by using a rocket, and boom, he makes news. Everybody's chasing him now. Big hot news. Try to visit this girl who's trying to make it big in Hollywood. Accidentally caused the scene, which caused her to get shit canned, and the lead actor is looking for this rocket. He's hired gangsters to look for this rocket. When he put two and two together because he's smart. Oh wow! Then he tries to woo her back, and he tries to do the little seduction move. Played by Timothy Dalton, really awesome actor, really awesome. He's trying to woo her. He's trying to do this, and people put two and two together. He's being chased all over town by not only by the FBI but the gangsters. He takes his Timothy Dalton, his character Sinclair. Yeah, that's his name, Sinclair. He takes her on a date. When all of a sudden the gangsters, when he's on his date with her, trying to woo her to figure out more about her boyfriend, the pilot. The gangsters go to where they find out exactly where he lives, naturally, where he hangs out, and they start muscling stuff in. And they realize, oh my God, here's the girl. This is his girlfriend. Hey, isn't that girl with him right now? Is this some kind of double cross? So the gangsters thinking that the bad guys double crossing them, so they leave. Shenanigans happen. Big fights, little small minor fight scene. Now think about the first hour of this movie. I was bored shitless. It didn't start getting interesting to me till like an hour into the movie. And that's the one thing I don't like about certain movies. Unless you can grip my interest the whole time. Say, for example, the movie Infinity War, which is like almost 3 hours long.
Yes, hi, guys. This is Camille. I'm sorry, I just got my phone. I was trying to
Don't worry about that. I was interested in the movie, so I could handle it. But don't worry about that. If you can hear that, don't worry about that. It's something totally different. But anyway, let's get back to the movie. He decides to go to the restaurant to rescue his girl. Finds out, gets his girl, dress up as a waiter, do all this just to get her to get the hell out. She gets out. He's being chased by the bad guys because they know who he is. He puts on the rocket and he flies around. He's flying around like inside the restaurant. And it's hilariously funny because I was starting to laugh my ass off because at first I was like, man, shit, this movie is boring as fuck. I knew I shouldn't have watched it. I started to laugh because it started to get interesting. Then, of course, girl decides, what's all the kamukas? Oh my God, he's the rocket guy. Goes in there and tries to help him out. Instead of leaving. Plot device. She gets captured. He escapes. She gets captured. Finds out that the actor who hired the bad guys is a Nazi spy. How convenient. Yeah, this has happened before the Nazi Germany started in the World War II and all this other stuff. So naturally, of course, gotta have some Nazis. All right, cool. Nothing wrong with beating up Nazis, I guess. So then, his girlfriend finds out that he's a Nazi spy, and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, the plot thickens. We trade you to the girl for the rocket. He gets captured by the FBI. FBI comes, and then Howard Hughes is there. People who don't know who Howard Hughes, during the 1930s to 40s, Howard Hughes was this big celebrity who's a bit famous for aviation. So it was his company that created this rocket. And he's like, Give me a chance to save my girl. They're like, no. Give me a chance to save my girl. So he said, screw it. So the hero just punches people out and escapes to rescue his girl with the rocket. No plan whatsoever. Luckily, he wrote down the address to where they were supposed to meet, and they figured it out. So he meets up with the main bad guy, Sinclair, the gangster goons. He comes out and says, "How you like working with a Nazi?" You're like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about, Nazi?" Oh, and of course Sinclair was like, "What is he talking about?" Yeah. And then what happened when the girl starts chiming in and say, "Yeah, he's a Nazi spy." Then the gangster starts, wait, hold on. We may be evil, but we hate Nazis. So then what happened? He goes, okay. He starts saying something in German. All these German soldiers pile out of nowhere. And everybody's like, what the hell? We're surrounded. As soon as he's about to give him then the FBI shows up. Like, and right now, I was like, at first, when I was watching the movie, I was like, up to an hour in, then I stopped watching the movie to eat dinner. That's how bored I was. Then I played on my phone for a little bit. Then I cut back on. Yeah, I'm uploading another video, a different video. So by the time you see this video has already been up and loaded. So obviously, this is Labor Day weekend. So I watched a couple movies during Labor Day weekend. So, with all said and done, Sinclair drags the girl up to the it's not a blimp. Dirigible? Big ass blimp thing. Who cares? And of course, Rocket Man's doing everything he can to save the day. Little fights ensures, and they escape. End of the movie. Spy dies. All the bad guys die. In the movie, he gets a new plane. The end. Yeah, I know this is not a. Oh, let's see. What is this? Oh, you can group watch this. Oh, I didn't realize you can do that. That's awesome. Disney Plus, awesome. You can group watch things at the same time. So if you have other people who has Disney Plus and their profiles or stuff like that, you gotta watch the same thing together. How unique is that? But anyway, my thoughts on this movie, The Rockateer. Like I said, for 30-some years, I decided not to watch this. I figured this is stupid. When I started watching it, after 1 hour, the first hour I was like, oh my gosh. I was right. My assumption was right the first time. Then after about an hour to hour 20 minutes, it started getting really interesting. It's hooked me in. I was actually starting to root for the hero. Come on, man. Come on. And usually most movies don't do that for me. Either I'm all in for the get-go or I'm all out. But this thing made me feel like I should be all. This thing dragged me in and dragged me through the real parts where it was actually very good. So would I recommend The Rocketeer to people? If you have seen this before, I'm pretty sure you already know what about it. And the thing is, they are making a remake. They are talking about making a remake of this. So I wonder how they're going to do that. Normally, when you remake movies, it's usually worse than the original. It's usually worse than the original. So hopefully they steered away from that and actually make it pretty decent. Now, when the new one comes out, would I be watching that off the top? Maybe not. But anyway, with that being said, I do recommend this. My mind has been irrevocably changed. Now, would I watch this again? Maybe later. But other than that, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I do recommend the Rockateer. So if you haven't seen it in a long time, watch it again. My eyes was open. My eyes was open. Dark. Sinuses. Eyes are dry. They need some moisture. And I can't keep putting these damn eye drops in my eyes all every couple hours. But anyway, that being said, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you saw this movie before, I know you probably have, let me know if you liked it down below. Let me know what you didn't like about it. Let me know what you liked about it. Let me know what you didn't like about it. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, families, and enemies, and whoever you wants to do. And with that being said, thank you very much. I can't wait to see you in the next one.